So anyway, let's do it. First, you need to print out your paper pattern, which is available in a PDF in the description. Now that you have your pattern pieces, cut out 3 of the A piece and 1 each of the B and C pieces. Pin together an A piece with the B piece, and do the same with the remaining 2 A pieces. Sew along the curve for both of them. Next, you're going to cut 4 notches in the curves. Be very careful not to screw up the stitches you just made. Then, iron the seams flat so you have it butterflied open. Like this. Fold over the end of the B piece and sew it down for a nice hem. Make sure you're folding it towards the seam you just ironed. Now you gotta pin these right sides together. So make sure you can see the iron seam on both sides. Sew all the way around the edge. Be sure that you keep the iron seam flat when you sew over it. Now, we just turn it right side out. Remember that C piece? Yeah, hem it along the long edge real quick. We're gonna sew that baby to the front of the mask. Make sure that the seam you sewed is visible and that it lines up with the B piece on the opposite side of the mask. Turn that one right side out as well. And now we've got a slit to put mask filters into. Pro tip, don't do this while you're tired, or you'll end up like me and sew it on upside down, and you'll end up having to seam rip it off and redo it, and you'll have frayed edges and an unfocused camera. Do as I say, not as I do. Next, we make little slots for the straps with a ladder stitch. For these mask straps, I'm choosing to harvest them off of a disposable mask. I'll save you the agony of watching me thread them, but we'll get to some fabric mask straps later. The fabric straps are super simple. Just make a strip of fabric that will fit from the mask to your ears, fold it, and sew along the long edge. Then you just cut off the excess. Thread them through, then sew the strap to itself to make a closed loop. Now for the smile. Get yourself some felt and cut out that pattern. Next, cut out the paper teeth and use it as a stencil to trace onto the felt. When using the fabric paint, either squeeze it out of the bottle or make small dabbing motions with your paintbrush, like I'm doing here. While I finish that off screen, let me show you what it looks like when you use a fabric marker. You end up with this kinda hairy smile, and you can't control the bleeding of the marker into the fabric, which you don't want. I don't think anyone wants a hairy smile. Fabric paint offers you much more control, as you can see with these smiles, and it can allow you to make more complex expressions, like this open-mouthed version. Here I'm just centering the grin and attaching it with hot glue. To make sure I got the right position, I made marks on the mask while wearing it in the mirror to see where I wanted the smile to fall on my face. If you're using Velcro because you want interchangeable expressions like a cool kid, place all the Velcro on the back of the smile first. Then put the mask on and stick the grin to your face. For the other expression, you just reverse engineer that by sticking all the Velcro to the mask first and then slapping the second smile onto your face. In terms of mask filters, you can use a standard one like this, or what I like doing is reusing the disposable mask that I harvested elastic from. And here we have our little array of different masks. On bottom is a no-filter version, on top is the one with the filter, and over here we have the one with interchangeable expressions and a filter. Happy crafting!